Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Hopefully everybody's doing great. Hopefully everybody's feeling great. I hope y'all all had a good night's rest. And I hope y'all all have one awesome day. So I'd like to start off this morning. I'm gonna mention a name, and I want everybody to go and look up this guy in every category that you can look him up in. I want to give my condolences to his family. And his name is Dr. Andreas Nowak. He's a German doctor. I want to give my condolences to his wife. This guy came out and made videos just like I do. Maybe not, maybe his videos go into more graphic detailing than mine, because I know what will happen if I talk about certain things on here. These no good son of a bitches like to go and give me a strike and then ban me for 7 to 14 days. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when something like that happens, then that just means that whatever you was talking about is correct. It's a fact. But this doctor, while he was doing a video, a live, he was raided by German officers on the live video. So that lets me know right there that he was talking facts. Next thing you know, Dr. Andreas Nowak came up dead. It's a sad situation because the guy was actually trying to help people. It just so happens he was a good doctor, not one of these corrupted, crooked, no good pieces of shit that we have trying to control the narrative in this world, and I'm talking every country. This guy come up murdered. Again, his name is Dr. Andreas Nowak from Germany. Go and look him up, learn about everything he was doing, and just know that the guy was good. He was good. But let me get on with this morning's news. Hopefully everybody has an awesome day. And thank y'all all for being here. All right. So, this morning, everybody understands that for 4 years, 2016 to 2020, America was at the top in every single category possible. We was at the top. Inflation wasn't even heard of from 2016 to January 20th, 2020, because gas and oil was booming here in the United States. The United States was independent when it came to gas and oil. We were booming. Well, our entire economy was at its best. Our military got rebuilt, and it too was better than any military in the world. But when it comes to heart, our military is still the best. You have to go and minus some bought, corrupted, crooked, nasty, cringy, dirty generals. But besides that, our men and women of the military and our police officers are still heroes in the United States of America. Then came January 20th, 2020, and a fake administration got injected illegally and right off started ruining America from top to bottom. And I want to take time to salute all of our fallen officers, you know, because that's what this article was really about. Just this year alone, with this regime, with this tyrannical regime in office, 314 officers have been shot this year alone. 58 officers killed by gunfire, which are up 126% due to this fake administration and all of these Democrat-ran hellholes that they call cities. For example, California, Chicago, New York. Those are your worst hellholes in the United States of America. And everybody already knows that. If it was possible at all, I would suggest anybody living in any of those states, move out. Move out. What is happening in them states does not happen in your southern states. It's unheard of in your Republican-ran states. Why? Because they're full of nothing but good people. There's good people everywhere. But there are shitty Democrats running these cities in these states. They're just going to hell. Everybody knows it. You know, it's funny how the Biden regime can force an illegal and unconstitutional mandate that scares employers due to the big fines that they will face if they don't force their employees to abide by the mandate. Well, you know, this regime doesn't care if you want to have control of your own body. They don't care. But Democrats and Republicans seem to always be able to find a way to keep the government from shutting down. They can always find ways to pass bills that keep the government from shutting down. 18 Republicans voted with the Democrats on passing this bill, and it passed 69 to 28. 19 Republicans voted yes with the Democrats. Republicans are Roy Blunt, Richard Burr, Shelley Capito, Bill Cassidy, Susan Collins, John Cornyn, Lindsey Graham, Cindy Hyde-Smith, John Kennedy, Mitch McConnell, Jerry Moran, Lisa Murkowski, Rob Portman, Mike Rounds, Marco Rubio, Richard Shelby, Tom Tillis, Roger Wicker, Todd Young. Every one of these morons are RINOs. Every one of them I just named do not support their people. They're not for the people. They're not for the people. They are for power. They want power. They are joining the Satan worshipers, the demonic left, in trying to gain as much power as they can possible. And what is so wrong with this bill that they passed to keep the government from shutting down? Well, let me tell you. This bill sets aside $7 billion, you heard that with a B, $7 billion for Afghan refugees. For Afghan refugees, $7 billion. Now that is what's wrong with America today. These ignorant, demonic assholes are more worried about illegal immigrants than they are the American people. Who would want to set aside $7 billion for Afghan refugees. Y'all remember what just happened in Afghanistan? Y'all remember they left Americans over there? 13 U.S. soldiers died because of incompetence by them ignorant generals and an incompetent asshole that was injected into the White House. Yeah, now they want to set aside money for these little Afghan refugees. They should have left them assholes over there, and they should have brought the American people home. That's what should have happened. None of our American money should be going to them assholes. Italy held a march for those killed due to the illegal mandates. As of October 30th, 29,183 people had been killed and over 2.7 million injured by the mandate in Europe alone. That is way too many people being injured. Way too many. Chicago public schools, they have jumped off the ship. They are now drowning. They're idiots. They have announced that they will be moving to genderless bathrooms. Do you realize this is only happening again in Democrat cities? Chicago, where a man can walk in a woman's bathroom. You know how ignorant that is? That's, I'm sorry, I'm not against gays or LGBTQ. I like everybody. I can get along with everybody. But you better don't walk in the bathroom with me like that. I'm sorry, but that's not the way America works. I'm sorry. That's just not the way America works. Islamic infiltration of Europe. So a top German news anchor supports Hamas, which says in the background, it said down to the USA. But Biden wants to keep being allies with Germany, right? So the European Union supports Muslim Brotherhood. These people hate America. What does that tell you? When you support and you're allies with people who support terrorists, and then you leave $85 billion worth of military equipment for the terrorists? Stuff like this is just a slap in the face to America. And you have your supposed to be politicians, supposed to be elected officials that sit back and just let America be ruined. They're worthless, man. They're worthless. A Wisconsin, this is good news, a Wisconsin election integrity investigator has threatened to jail 2 Democrat mayors in Wisconsin if they continue to avoid an official interview. He also threatened to subpoena a Mark Zuckerberg operative. Zuckerberg distributed over $8.8 million to these Democrat mayors in Wisconsin. And these mayors keep avoiding an interview with the investigator. He is about to subpoena them if they do not come forward. These people accepted Mark Zuckerberg money, and he wants them to answer questions now. All right, Rand Paul demands Fauci be held accountable for the deaths that he has caused with all of his lies. Rand Paul says Fauci should go to jail for 5 years. And I say take that 5 years and erase it. You ought to be in jail for the rest of your life. If you even deserve to live in jail. And this truck had to come through here, right here, just came from right over there and had to come right here. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So the DOJ arrested members of the Oath Keepers for conspiring to commit crimes on January the 6th. And what just came out, what's funny about that is, Come to find out, the DOJ all along has had the evidence that the Oath Keepers had nothing to do with what happened on January the 6th. Now that alone sounds like to me somebody in the DOJ, whoever ordered them arrest, should be arrested and charged, and then the DOJ should be sued for arresting these people unlawfully and holding them against their will. I tell you, stuff like that is what's wrong with these corrupted agencies today. Nobody's ever held accountable for anything. That has got to change. I love y'all, man. I hope y'all have a great day. If you ever want to support the channel, everything's in the description. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Peace out to everybody. Y'all have a great day.